Welcome, survivors, seekers, and thrivers. I'm your host, Shari Lee Roberts, psychic medium, energy healer, and living proof that you can transform your pain into power. Each episode, we dive into trauma healing, developing your intuitive gifts, and reclaiming your life. Get ready for real stories, deep wisdom, and a little laughter along the way.
Hello, and thank you for being here. Today, I have Kay Sanders. She is an author, a soul alchemist, a light language channel, and so much more. As all of you know who are listening, Kay had trauma and a whole lot of things to heal from. And on the other side of that is who she is today. And I look forward to delving into all of it. Okay, thank you for being here.
Thanks so much for having me. It's such a pleasure.
You're awesome. Okay, tell us if you would, what is a soul alchemist and a light language channel?
Yeah, I'd love to. A lot of people actually ask me that. So, a soul alchemist is this is actually a title that I was given by my guides over the years as I've been really diving deeper into shadow work, into doing the deep inner work. And that is when I was given the title that I'm a soul alchemist. So basically, a soul alchemist is someone that doesn't shy away from the stuff that we have to deal with, the stuff that we have to heal from, the shadow aspects and those type of things. That someone that uses their outer experiences as a mirror to look within to see, okay, I attracted that in my life. This is showing me there is something within me that has caused me to attract that, using these outer experiences as lessons, as teachers, as guides to really transform from the inside out. But it's not just about the healing, it's about co-creating your own reality. Because as a soul alchemist, you really work with what's coming up and you understand that whatever's happening in your outer world is a mirror reflection of what's going on within you. So that gives you the power to then change what you don't like. So if there's something in your life that you don't like, okay, let's look within to see, okay, what do I need to heal within myself? What do I need to release? What do I need to maybe even activate to create the life that I would love to live? So Soul Alchemist is really someone that takes responsibility over their own life, their own experiences, that really chooses a different way, chooses a higher way. So the whole soul alchemy is really what kind of came about over the last 2 years. It's also the modality or the framework that I'm here to teach, that I'm here to basically awaken in other people. Light language, on the other hand, is it's a powerful tool. It's a multidimensional language that you do not understand, but you're not meant to understand it. It works on the frequency level. So it basically comes out as gibberish, but it transforms, it heals, it cuts cords, it really transmutes the negative energies, the stuckness, and all of those different things. It also activates. So basically, for me, the teaching is the soul alchemy, and the light language is how I basically assist people in the healing, the activating, the shifting, the cord cutting, the energetic alignment as well. So it's two powerful modalities combined that's basically what makes up who I am today, and that those are also the things that help me really get to where I'm at today, really healing all the stuff that I really need to heal to get where I'm at today.
Oh, well, did your healing journey take for you to get to where you were today? I guess I'm asking at what age and year did your healing journey begin?
It was back in 2016 when I was consciously aware that I'm going through a healing journey. Before, I was working in a PTSD treatment facility, and I discovered, I mean, I was feeling a lot. I'm an empath, which I didn't know that I was an
Oh
empath.
man.
So, yes, it
Whoa.
was intense. I mean, for the first
Yeah.
6 months of being there, I had full blown anxiety attacks every single day. I thought I was going crazy. I developed
Yeah.
fibromyalgia because of all that tension and everything. And in 2016 is when I quit my job, early 2016, because it was just toxic. I just could not go to work anymore. I was always in pain and migraines, and just physically it was just too taxing for me. I worked
Wow.
there for about 4 years. And then later in 2016, I mean, while I was working there, that's when I actually learned a lot about Reiki and the holistic modalities. So I kind of
Yeah.
dabbled into that. But the real healing really began in 2016. After I had quit my job, I was introduced to a lady locally, a massage therapist actually, because I was trying to get some help because I was in so much pain. And she also worked with angels, and she
Mhm.
actually used a singing bowl during our massage and as our treatment, and it was the for the heart center. And as she was using the singing bowl, something unlocked within me. When I was driving home, I had this wave of just energy and emotion coming over me. It felt like my guides, they were just kind of rolling in a wave. Like I could feel all in back of my behind my back, and like kind of like they're putting their hands on my shoulders, and I was just weeping the entire way home. I was feeling
Wow.
so much, and that's kind of when my healing journey really began. Like on a conscious level, I was like, okay, this is my spiritual journey, and it also began. I dove really deep into a lot of the angel work, really working with the angels, learning how to really channel and things like that. And it's just like, I mean, my healing journey kind of lasted even until now. And I mean, I do truly believe the healing journey never really ends, because
Right.
there's always something there that we need to heal. However, I have found that we evolve in how we respond to the healing. Like it used to take me, like whenever I was going through a dark night of the soul, it used to take me like weeks, months, and actually in the beginning years to make it out of that hardship, that devastation and things like that. Now whenever I have something that triggers me, I move through it with more ease. So it may take a couple of hours, maybe a couple of days, but it's never as intense as it used to be back in the day before I really knew how to work with it. But yeah, my journey really started in 2016, and I have learned so much. I have healed so much. Of course, in the beginning, I was resistant because I'm like, I don't need to heal. I'm good, right? I don't have
Yeah.
nothing to heal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you kind of get
Yeah.
the first, you get the little tap on the shoulder, like trying to get your attention, like, no, no, I'm good,
Yeah.
and then you get a little smack in the head, and then,
Yeah.
you get the smack down, you get the boulder, and you're just kind of like, hitting rock bottom. And I had a lot of those moments because I was very resistant and very ignorant to that. And so, yeah, it was an interesting journey.
Well, in your defense, as in my own and millions of others, we were raised and groomed to feel and react, respond in a specific way. What you're saying is so the smack on the head was get rid of the old because that is no longer you, and get jiggy with the new way. That is powerful. Will you share a couple of examples of this, of something that triggered you? You wanted to react the way you knew, then you received the whack on the head, and how you reacted differently.
I mean, throughout my journey, there were many instances. I mean, I had a lot of those, rock bottom moments. Like, for example, in 2019, I lost almost everything I owned. I mean, it was really, I was dismantled in many ways. And actually, it was during that time when I actually uncovered a light language. And so basically, during that time, I had gotten hurt, couldn't really work. My business, it wasn't really going anywhere. I was barely making any money. I couldn't really walk for like 9 months. And during that time, I was pushed to the brink, like especially around lack and limitation. That's when I uncovered a lot of my own programming around that I didn't believe that I could do it, that I wasn't good enough, I wasn't worthy, all those things. Making money is hard. And I used to, because of what I experienced when I came here, because my ex-husband, I'm from Germany, and he brought us here, and 2 months later he left us, and he put me through hell, like emotionally, mentally. I mean, I was a mess. I was emotionally very much shut down. And I had realized that one time when my mom was here, and I realized I didn't really let her get in. I didn't really, I had my guard up and stuff like that. And that's when I realized that's what was also affecting my business, because how can you attract people when you have this massive guard up, right? So during that time in 2019, I really had to dive deep. That was like the one, I mean, I had like many dark enough to soul, but it was like that during that time when I had to really dig deep. I did so much healing, so much uncovering. And, with everything that I uncovered, I learned more. But it was actually over the last 2 years when I really became more consciously aware of how I was responding differently than I did before. Whenever something triggered me, I wasn't no longer derailed by it, but I became aware that, okay, something is happening. I'm not feeling okay. Okay, let's take a step back. Let's look at it. Okay, what am I feeling? What exactly am I feeling right now? What is being triggered within me? And I was really sitting with that. I was not spiraling. I wasn't going into the story, but I was really sitting with the feeling until I really realized, okay, this is what I was meant to learn from this. Because once you sit with the emotion without going into the story, you notice after a while the tension lessens, because the feelings, they want to be felt. They need to be acknowledged, right? So once I started really doing that, then I responded in a higher way. I didn't get derailed and went onto the whole downward spiral, like, oh my God, right? And then be stuck in it for days or weeks or even months. But I really responded in a higher way. I also realized, okay, I don't necessarily need to react right now, because this is just my limited self having a hissy fit right now. There's no danger here. There's nothing that is happening right now. So as I was really working with that, I really became aware that whenever something did trigger me, whether it was about, not feeling loved, not feeling wanted, feeling, not good enough, or like one of the other things that I was challenged with is like, I always wanted to be a teacher, but I could never really see myself as that teacher, as the guide, as the mentor. I was like, well, my life is still messed up. How can I help other people, right? Yeah. But through my journey, also through the whole journey of really developing or being given the whole process of soul alchemy, that's when I really learned that, you know what, I'm already a teacher. I'm already a mentor, a guide. I already have enough to share with the world, with the people that need to hear my message, that need to hear, how I have gotten out of it, that is hungry for like the framework that I'm meant to be teaching. Once I really discovered that, once it really clicked into place that, I'm already that. I mean, I've gone through so much already, and sometimes I feel like I've been going through the massive darkening of the soul, like in such an intensity, because I was meant to learn how to get out of it, because so many people, they're stuck in it. They're not really seeing that everything has a lesson, a message, and a gift, right? There's always something you can learn from something, the good, the bad, and even the ugly and the devastating. But oftentimes we're too close to our own stuff that we're not realizing that. And as I was really being given the guidance about soul alchemy, and this is what I'm here to teach, I really realized, I have been through school. I have been through the university. I have learned it. I have lived it. I have experienced it. And I came out on the other side. Yes, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I am a whole lot further along than I was years ago. And I have a lot to give, a lot of things to teach, to mentor other people, to help them find a better way, to live a happier life, to, create the life that they desire to live through their challenges, through their obstacles, through all that they're experiencing. But yeah, there has been a lot of different things, and it's really about awareness was really the key aspect that helped me shift things, because without awareness, you're flying blind. You can't do anything about it. So awareness was really the key for me to then become aware that, okay, something is happening, something is going on. Okay, how can I respond in a higher way now, instead of just going like on autopilot and reacting in a way that's actually going to hurt me down the line. So yeah, but there has been a lot of moments of these awakenings or awarenesses.
Well, and too, with that beautiful point, spirit continues to provide opportunities for us to see things differently and react differently. And that is when the lessons for us change, then spirit stops giving us A and will move on to B, C, whatever. Today, what are some lessons that or opportunities that spirit is giving you?
Oh boy, they're giving me a lot lately.
Me too.
Yep, lately it's been, honestly, the last 4 months have been very challenging for me, to be honest, with all these planets and retrogrades, and, just 2025 has been, okay, so now since when your episode goes live, so last year, 2025, the second half of the year was really, really challenging for me, where I was really being taken deep into, okay, so kind of let's back up. So what happened was, I released my book, The Journey of Becoming the Soul Alchemist, which was kind of like the foundation of what I'm here to teach. So basically, that was like the lesson plan, right? I channeled it within 11 days. The book was done, was written in 11 days. It came through me in such powerful way. It was intense. My entire calendar was cleared out. I was really just sitting there for 11 days. I just wrote. Once I released the book, it felt like it came all out of me, and then I felt like I was empty. So during that time and actually I released the book in July, all the way until like towards the end of the year, I was really going through somewhat of the unpaid intense internship to really test me. Have I really learned what I've written in the book? So I was really being tested in so many intense ways. I'm like, why is this so intense? And it really boiled down to me really going through this basically unpaid internship, this intense internship, to learn what I need to learn, to then really master it, to then teach it. Now, the next phase of my life actually that I was being guided into is like I was trying to grow my marketing agency, because I also have a marketing agency, and it wasn't growing. No matter what I did, I invested in ads, I did, outreach, it was not working. And I was trying to do it the 3D way, and my guides kept saying this is not the way to go. But I did not listen. I was like, no, I need to do this, right? Because I was like burnt out. There was like so much stuff happening, right? And I was just very, very ignorant, because I was like, well, it's the marketing, I don't need to do the whole spiritual work for the marketing. It's just like, it's marketing strategies, right? I mean, I can help my clients. Why is it not working for me? And it was really all in preparation, because this is not what I'm meant to be doing, because I'm actually being initiated into something much, 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 much bigger than I ever thought possible, that I never even thought I would actually be doing for myself. It's just so huge that I'm basically meant to help other scribes release books. I'm meant to become a publisher. I'm like, I don't want to. So I was getting all these guidances, these insights, these opportunities. Like, I actually was guided to create the publishing imprint when I released my book in July, not knowing that the next 3 books that I'm meant to be writing are actually meant to activate other scribes. But then they need a place to really publish their work, because a lot of people, they don't know how. So this is all kind of coming about now, and it was because of all the healing I did, all the work I did before, that got me ready for this next step now. Because like all these years, as I was working in my spiritual business and the marketing agency, I kept getting the guidance, or even like my coaches, my mentors and stuff, they always said like, why don't you merge the marketing and the spiritual? I'm like, nah, I don't want to do business coaching. I don't want to do that. Well, now I get to do that. I get to do the marketing through the whole publishing imprint, and I get to do the spiritual work, because I only work with spiritual people, with scribes, to really write their book. But yeah, so like all these opportunities are now coming in. Like, I'm getting these massive downloads and, opportunities coming in. I actually was invited to be part of a network that actually then sets me up for, collaborating to get more authors and have a platform for my authors. So it's like so many things are falling into place, and I'm just sitting here. I'm like, wow. I mean, just the enormity of everything. I mean, it took me a couple of days, and I'm like, this is too huge. I had a little bit of a hissy fit too, because I never imagined that me, little old me, I'm supposed to publish other people. Like, no, you guys are crazy. I'm not doing that. But I'm listening, I'm paying attention. So I kind of got on with the program,
That is the bottom line, that you sat quiet long enough to put what you thought you were meant to do aside, and allowed what you're really meant to do to come in. Also, and this is huge too, your acceptance of it embodying it and knowing you are worthy, that God is saying, this is what I want you to do. And God never gives us more than what we can handle. And God always gives us more than we could ever imagine for ourselves. You didn't say this, but you did, and I did too. When you say yes, when God gives you something, an opportunity, and it will more than likely be something you don't think you can handle, you need to say yes and believe that you will be given or have what you need to accomplish that. It is terrifying, but also euphoric and life changing for all of us who have begun saying yes. Our lives have taken trajectories we could never imagine. Any final words?
Any final words? Let's see what wants to come through. I'd say never shy away from the lessons you were meant to learn, the experience that you're having in life, and look at everything through the lens of, what can this teach me? What is this trying to show me? What is this trying to, reveal to me? Because, like I said, everything that is happening in your outer world is mirroring something back at you that is going on within you. And if it's something that you don't like, use it as a tool to really look a little closer and do your inner work. One thing that I have found is that, a lot of people, they shy away from shadow work, but if you have not an easy, let's put it like this. If you have the right kind of framework, and that's what I found with Soul Alchemy, it's about really doing it in an aligned way, not a disempowered way. Like before, I had looked into shadow work, and just the way they explained it, it was not very empowering, because there was always something missing. It felt like I have to fix myself, like I'm broken. But we're not broken. We're not. There's nothing that needs to be fixed. It's just releasing old stuff that is outdated and embodying something new, something more empowering, something more aligned. And that's really what, when you're embracing the healing, when you're embracing the teachings in your life, you can do that in an empowered way, rather than being the victim of the situation, and really just feeling into what is coming up, sitting with it, and allowing yourself to uncover the message, the lesson, and the gift, and then releasing the negative charge around it, but then moving forward and embodying a new version, the version of you who already lives the life that you would love to live. The more you do that, the easier it will become for you to really be the conscious creator of your own reality. But it really starts out with, don't shy away from whatever is coming at you, whatever is being shown to you, because that's where really the magic lies. That's when you really can experience immense transformation and shifts in your life.
Beautifully said. And thank you so much for being here. How can people reach you and work with you?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It was such a pleasure being here. Now, the way some people can find me, it's like through my website, ksanders.com, or also on YouTube. Just type in at ksanders. You will come across my channel. I have a lot of powerful light language activations there on my website. Now, I don't currently do any one-on-one work. Now, I just recently created a free school community. It's called The Sacred Path of Light, where it's really all about really finding our voice, really stepping into our own power, really becoming the trailblazer, the wayshower, the light bringer, the one that really wants to make an impact, and also find a voice to also maybe channel certain books and whatnot. So I just recently opened up that membership. So everything is on my website, ksanders.com. I have online courses there, codex activations, my book is there. So these are like really the two places that you can basically find out about me, YouTube and on my website.
Excellent. Okay, keep on shining bright. You are awesome.
Thank you for listening. If today's conversation resonated with you and you're ready to explore your own healing journey or intuitive gifts, I'd love to work with you. I offer psychic medium readings, energy healing sessions, and intuitive development guidance at shariroberts.org. And if you're not quite ready for a session, but want to be a part of the conversation in a supportive community, join my private Facebook group. The link is in the show notes. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. This is Shari Lee Roberts. Until next time, remember, you're never alone.